As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Adversary's Edge, we have the yellow Zerg player. We have the Swedish Zerg. Representing Team Brody, it is Fjant. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Terran player. We have the South Green Terran representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. Also known as Patches Mono. Let's go. If you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Now, HonMonO is a very different kind of player, as you can see. he is built different, 100%. HonMonO, he is the cheesiest Terran player. I was going to say in South Korea. At this point, he's the cheesiest Terran player in the world. At this level of play, like at the highest level of play, when it comes to the top pro players, he's cheesier than Maru, cheesier than Clem, cheesier than Big Gabe, for example. Like, you do not get more aggressive than HonMonO. And he does take maps off of players like MaxPax and Hero, and he does threaten the best players in the world. I say take maps specifically because taking a series can be difficult, but maps he does take. And let's go. Does open up proxy 2 racks. Back at home, there are no gases, so proxy 2 racks bunker rush here from HonMonO. Only 2 racks. This is not an all-in. This is not all-in. This is an aggressive build. True, that is true, but you can macro behind this. If it was 3 racks, it's a different story, but here it's only 2. And HonMonO, he wants Fjant to overreact. He wants Fjant to believe that this is maybe more committed than it really is, or maybe force an overreaction, or maybe just seed some doubt in Fjant's mind as to what's going on. We'll see what he can accomplish, as so far he's keeping this hidden, but Fjant does keep his second overlord outside of his natural. So he will see the SCVs, he will see the attempted bunker rush. SCV moves in. Just one though. Second SCV is intentionally kept hidden. Okay, and you can see Fjant, he's suspicious. He's suspicious. He pulls back. SCV scouts the main. Fjant's trying to figure out like what's going on here. Is this normal or not? Fjant did go pull first. He did go for the early pull. Safe play by Fjant, going for a delayed expansion. That's why HonMonO does not set up the bunker. So I was so fixated on HonMonO's build, didn't realize that again Fjant did go for a safe build and he's rushing into roaches. He sees, yeah, the Overlord does confirm that there's no Raxes back at home, so he's going for the roaches. Bunkers, they now get thrown down. Marines are moving in. 2 Lings slip by. I don't think that Fjant can save this. He only has the 1 queen. He's got the 1 queen here. He's going to fight for the natural, but he has to be very careful here. Yeah. So this was a mistake. He should not have come down. He was being greedy, but with the 2 bunkers being set up and with 2 Lings going across the map, he cannot fight this position. So Fjant, he did kind of misjudge this. HonMonO forced some mistakes out of Fjant. At the same time, Lings, they do try to... Oh, they get surrounded! Lings are surrounded. HonMonO defends, and he kills the natural. Very, very nice. And from here, we can start the factory. We can start the factory back at home. HonMonO should not try to push up the ramp. Remember, the goal here is not to kill. The goal here is not to 1-base all in. It is to contain while HonMonO transitions. Oh, nice catch. Yeah, punishing the roaches. 1, 2 roaches go down. 3. Oh my god, some heavy losses here from Fjant, losing 3 roaches. Ay. Yeah, 3 roaches do go down. Not like this. So I'm just making sure that yeah. Making sure we have those predictions going. And with that, Fjant is stuck in the main base. Meanwhile, HonMonO, he's going for that. Oh! Remember what we said earlier, how he is like the most aggressive, the cheesiest Terran player in the world? I assumed that he was going to go for a factory into CC. He's going Ghost Academy. Rushing Ghost Academy into Proxy Ghost. Oh my god. I mean, the Ghost is stronger now in this patch. Now the snipe will not be interrupted, so hey, we can just pick off some free kills. The Ghost, they can pop off. Snipes. Oh, breaks the lock-on. Yeah, lock-on is broken. No high ground vision. That's the one way to break it. Lock-on is broken. Speaking of high ground vision, there we go. The ranks does move in. And we'll snipe one. There we go. One shot the Ravager. Ghost, they can just pick away at the Ravagers. They can pick away at the army. Link speed has begun. Oh, the SV. Where are we going? I think that SV was on auto repair, so it did chase the racks. That was a misstep. Here come the snipes. Can he get the queen? Ooh, doesn't get anything. Again, ideally he wants that Ravager. He gets it! Ravager goes down. It will take 2 snipes to bring down the queen. So far, getting up to 4 ghosts. 3rd rack's down on the way. This first rack will burn down. Sure, the temptation is there, but there's no opening. Yeah, there's no opening here for the ghosts. HonMonO staying back. He's holding back. Still waiting for the breakout moment. Throwing down more bunkers. Up to 4 bunkers, Pappy. And now he expands. There it is. CC is on the way. So HonMonO, he will slowly build up a greater economy. And oh, here, there we go. There we go. That's why he built the 3rd rack, just for high ground vision. Now, these ghosts have to be careful. Now there's Zing Speed. Now the Zing Speed. Speaking of, so if the ghosts overextend, it links that can come in and surround the army. Snipe goes off. Ghosts they pull back. Snipe the queen gets 1. 1 queen left. 1 queen remaining. Nice repositioning here with the Spore. Files a break down the bunker. We'll lose one of the bunkers. Remember, ghosts are more vulnerable. They're a little bit weaker in that sense. They have more damage output, but oh, they are more glass cannony. So gotta be careful with him. He's breaking out. Fjant, he's had enough. Yeah, he's lost his patience here, and he will lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, so many. The Wiles connect, but the ghosts, they will overwhelm. They will overwhelm. This was not it. That was not worth it. Look at the trades here. That was 2 ghosts for 6 Ravagers. 7 Ravagers. That was only 2 ghosts going down. I mean, the Biles did soften up the rest of the army. That is true. But Fjant, it took him so long to build up those Ravagers. Remember, he only has 1 base production. Like, he has limited lava. Yes, lava spawn rate has been increased, but there's only so much the 1 base can provide. Yeah, at this point, HonMonO, he can just move in. He can just walk in. He can just walk in and snipe everything. Now, technically, HonMonO doesn't need to because HonMonO has a natural. And there it is, GG, GG. You can see Fjant, in that moment, he panned over. He panned over, he saw the base, and HonMonO will take game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Proxy 2x, bunker rush into Proxy Ghost of all things. With that HonMonO, he was able to break that natural. A little bit came down to the opener. If you remember, Fjant, he did misjudge his ability to break out, and he pulled the boys down, he pulled the queen down, he bled out a lot of units. As a result, he lost mine time as well, so that delayed his own roach play, that delayed his follow-up, because he tried to save the natural when he could not. He could not save it. So again, Fjant had a bit of a shaky start to that game, and it allowed HonMonO to establish himself at that natural location. GG. GG, well played. Did establish, and with that, HonMonO takes the lead, and we'll see if HonMonO can close it out. So we'll see if Fjant can recover and bounce back. Let's go. Let's go. Do we go for another proxy? That's the real question. Do we commit? Do we double down? Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Washout, we have the yellow Zerg player. We have the Swedish Zerg down in the series. Can he bounce back and force the ace match? For Team Rody, it is Fjant. And spawning in the left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Terran player, the red Terran himself. We have the South Korean Terran. For Team Hyper 1, it is HonMonO. Let's go. Let us go. As from here, we are going to be opening up. And this time, the SCVs are staying home. This time, we're keeping our SCVs back at home. Max is going to be on the way. And we have a much more standard start. Now, from here, I will say that specifically for TVZ, HonMonO does play macro. He does mix it in. Against Protoss, it's almost pure cheese, pure aggression, pure all-ins, proxies, 2 base all-ins, 1 base all-ins. Those are the expectations to be had for HonMonO. Against Zerg, he does mix in some standard play, but I have to eat my words because that is going to be a 2-rax opener back at home. This is screaming like a 1 base all-in. Yep, it's going to be a 1 base all-in. So this should be a 1 base 4x all-in, where you just mass up Marines and then you pull the boys. No gas, no gas. But boys are typically pulled with this, so you have boys to buffer, and you just send everything across the map. Let's go. Again, in my experience, there's a 4th Rax behind this. Yep, so it's going to be a 1 base 4x all-in. Let's go. This does hit very hard, especially if this goes unscouted and if Fjant is unawares. Behind this, Fjant did go pool first. He went pool first into a delayed expansion. This means that blindly, Fjant will have extra queens. He will have extra queens to work with, or fast. I say extra queens. He'll have faster queens and faster link production, which doesn't really matter too much. I would say that an economic start would have been better here because it does take a little bit for this to build up. So I do enjoy HonMonO's opener more because an early queen and early links don't really do anything here for Fjant. If there was a proxy, sure, but Fjant gets supply blocked. He also confirms the singular racks. He sees the Marines, but in Fjant's mind, there could be a CC on the high ground. There could be. That's why these racks are much, much further back as well, to make sure everything's hidden. Yeah, Fjant is looking for proxies. Looking for ninja bases, looking for proxies. I don't blame Fjant just because HonMonO is so quirky. Like, again, for all Fjant knows, there could be a proxy factory out here. There could be a Starports. There could be another Rax. Hidden Academy. Here come the boys. Here comes the all-in. Yeah, here comes 1 base all-in. We have how many Marines? 13. 13 Marines, soon to be 16. So 16 Marines and all the boys. I believe we'd still leave 4 SCVs to mine. Sorry, 5 SCVs and a mule. Left behind to keep reinforcing. And behind this, we got 2 spines on the way. Fjant is getting ready. Yeah, he's getting ready for the all-in. He's got 2 queens. He's got 2 spines. There's no 3rd queen. Link speed is almost done. And of course, he can pull his own boys. He's going to try to make a stand. The spine calls, they will finish. Yeah, massive moment here. Spine calls, they finish up. Marines, they step in. Going for the expansion. Hatchery's getting very low, and it looks like he'll get a kill. Yeah, the boys are being pulled, forcing a fight without the spines. Now moving in, I start stepping here with the Marines. Oh, but the drones, they tank well. The Lings, they do buy time. The spine callers are burrowing. They're barely going to be able to burrow, and with that, whew, Fjant holds. Yeah, Fjant, he's holding on. He saves the natural base. The spine crawlers are now in position. And HonMonO, now we have an equivalent worker count that is true, but Lings, they sit by. Yeah, Lings, they sit by. And Fjant has 2 bases. He has better larva. He has better production. You can see Fjant is now droning. Fjant is now making a drone. Lings, they slip in. No production? Oh, GG. Yeah. There's a question mark. GG, as HonMonO, the wall was down. The wall was down here. That should not have happened. So Lings just walk in. If the wall was up, the game continues. Fun fact. The game continues. So this was a mistake from HonMonO. That's why we had the question mark. GG. GG. As Fjant does tie the series 1-1. Again, that could have been a longer game. We could have even seen HonMonO macro out of that successfully because he had killed so many workers. But pull the hero. The wall was not a wall. The wall was not a wall. GG, well played. With that, we're going to the ace match. Let's go. Let us go. We're going to the ace match here. We're going into game number 3. And so far it's been purely one base play at a HonMonO. We'll see if he does expand this time early on. Technically, he got a natural in game 1, but that was much, much later. That's much, much later. As game 3 is going to be on Rainfall. Okay. Go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Rainfall, we have the yellow Zerg player. We have the yellow Zerg. We have the Swedish Zerg surviving the aggression in game number 2 and tying things up, representing Team Roddy. Can he go all the way? It is Fjant. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Terran player. We have the red Terran player himself from South Korea, representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. Okay, the most aggressive Terran player in the world. More than just Korea, but oh my god. Out of Europa, out of the Americas as well, and we'll see what kind of shenanigans we have this time. So far, again, it's been purely one base play, but welcome to Rainfall. Rainfall is a very aggressive map in the map pool, short rush distance by ground. I like the idea of HonMonO playing standard this time, going for a Rax expand, and then instead 2-base all-in. Like, I would want to see a 2-base all-in here from HonMonO instead of the 1-base play and 1-base all-ins that we've been seeing. We'll see how HonMonO does mix up his play. Meanwhile, Fjant, every game so far, pool first. Pool first opener out of Fjant, so very, very safe play early on. This is why I would prefer to see a 2-base all-in instead, because Fjant is being very safe early in these games, at least early on. Finale, eyes are on HonMonO, gasless. So it does look like Rax expand setup here. If there was going to be another 1-base all-in with 4 Raxes, would have already seen the Raxes by now. HonMonO, he has the money for it. There it is. There we go. So HonMonO does expand. And from here, as you mentioned, he's cutting some corners. He's delaying and skipping his gases early on. That's why it's Marine first, not Reaper first. Because of this HonMonO, he will have very limited vision across the map. No SCV Scout and no Reaper Scout. Technically, Fjant, he's... Second gas. I like this. If we commit, never mind. I was going to say that technically Fjant, he can turn into his own 2-base all-in. I just mentioned that 2-base play and 2-base all-ins are favored on this map. We could see Fjant go roaches and go for like a big roach all-in. But Fjant, he's calming down. He's only got 2 in gas. He's calming down. Meanwhile, do you see what I see? HonMonO, second Rax. Okay, so are we feeling like a 2-base 5 Rax all in? Are we feeling like a 2-1-1? A 3-1-1? Show us what you got. Now Lings to engage. They kill 1 Marine. They trade. 1 for 1. Oh, 2 for 1. 2 for 1 trade. Ling speed has begun. Fjant, he pulls out. He pulls out a gas, so there's no early roaches, no early tech. Fjant is just droning. He's just playing standard. The Lings, they do try to slip in, but they shouldn't get into the main. Yeah, this time HonMonO lifts, but oh, the Rax is within range. Ah, that's a mistake. Yeah, that's a mistake. Oh, I mean, I said 1 of 2 things. Either the Rax shouldn't have been within range, or we should have seen the Marines deny the Scouts. Regardless, very important information there from Fjant. Now he knows he does not have to worry about Hellions. doesn't have to worry about Hellions or Banshee play, for example. There's no 1-1-1. But I'm still trying to figure out where HonMonO is taking us, not gonna lie. Overlord Scout is denied. And still no add-ons. Like, if this was gonna be a 2-on-1 setup, we'd have an earlier tech lab here, right? What is going on? Fjant's going for a Link Flood. Okay. Yeah, no third. Instead of going for a third base, we're seeing a massive Link Flood out of Fjant. Can he catch the Marines? He can. Nice upstepping, but alas, all 4 Marines should go down. Heavy losses for HonMonO, and because HonMonO never went for the reactor, again, his tech is so delayed, he's got 1 bunker. Lings, can we flood in? We can. Lings, they do flood in. We can try to collapse on the bunker. Nope, going straight for the mineral line instead. A little bit messy. Yes, a messy play here. So far, 0 damage. Breaking down the front door. Okay, breaks down the reactor. He wants Marines. Oh, he gets him. Oh my god, nice round. No, 2 Marines do slip away. But still good damage here. SCVs are going down. GG, critical damage. And Fjant, he will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the next round and knocking HonMonO down to the lower brackets. GG. GG, well played. Fjant will claim the series. A very messy game, and we didn't get to see what kind of 2-base all-in HonMonO was going to go for. We didn't get to see it. Didn't get to see it as the wall was open. Once again, HonMonO, this time his natural wall was delayed. It was a little bit too late. Lings, they just ran on in. They ran past the bunker. They ran past the wall. They forced a better fight out of range of the bunker, of course, catching at SCVs, catching at Marines. And it was just a really shaky game. So I'm pretty sure one of the reasons why we went for the Link Flood is because of the fast second racks without any add-ons. I just mentioned something earlier. Remember, no Hellions. Hellion support and Hellion production typically shuts down Ling aggression like this. Like Hellion volleys, they do so much damage to Zerglings. But recognizing there's no factory, recognizing there's no Hellions, and also recognizing the quirky build and the lack of Marines as well, like it did show an opening, and Fjant, he went for it. He went for it, he saw that vulnerability, and with that, Fjant, he will claim that series. Does claim it, and with that, we're now getting into our next matchup here. So congratulations here to Fjant, who does knock down both Baby Marine and